All right, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and it's calm and quiet. We can hear everything. Yes, we can hear everything. Yes, and it is smoky here. So this morning we woke up to plus 10 Celsius, but feel, oh, these lips. But on the yo-yo scale, plus 50. That is an easy number to remember. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is a good working temperature if you got your jacket on. Yes, we're not sure what we're going to do today. Yesterday I was the Bob Vila of carpentry. No, actually Norm Abram. That guy built nice stuff out of nice wood. He had nice tools. Maybe if I had nice wood, nice tools, I could maybe build something nice too. Oh wait, I'd have to be sober. Oh wait, I've been sober for a long time. And it's Smoky. Look at that. We can't see anything down there. And same as the front gate. I couldn't see anything, anybody driving by. Yes, it's unreal. This reminds me of growing up in the car with mother driving, and she'd be smoking away. The windows would be rolled up because we live in Canada. Yeah, so there's not many days you roll the windows down, and that's before air conditioning. So then we would be, how would you say, misbehaving in the back seat, and she'd reach around and smack you like that, just whap, whap, whap. And then if you laughed or said that didn't even hurt or anything, she would slam the brakes on and we'd slide forward into the front seat, and then she'd whack the crap out of us. Oh, the memories and the smoke. Yes, I'm traumatically having an issue here. Traumatic experience. I wish I could have a drink to take the pain away, but I can't. I'm still sober because the fires are just over there and they can come back over here. Yes, that's not good. All right, we'll scroll a bit more. We're not sure what we're going to do today. Might be a shop day today because we can't work outside. It's too smoky and it's hard to breathe. Yes, it's hard to breathe. So we'll find something to do to appease the boss. Make him happy. He's such an asshole. Unreal. All right, so here we are, right back where we started. And I feel a burp coming on. Oh, I had peanut butter and honey toast today. Oh, it was so good. I put extra honey on because it was on sale. Oh, well, I better go. The burps are coming in, so I better go. Here comes the boss, too.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville is just after 9 a.m. and as you can see, it's pretty smoky out here right now. I'm not sure if there's any clouds in the sky because of how smoky it is. I'll zoom in here so you can see. I don't think we'll be doing much in the kingdom today because it's supposed to be smoky like this for the next couple days. Let's head inside and let the dogs out, then I can make breakfast at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's doing.
Okay, with the big tank over there and our own pipeline over here, notice we have to have a 90 degree to come out because I don't think the hose would, how would you say, kink or give us problems. Yes, this is quality hose we're buying. Plus, for the tank farm over here has 3 tanks now instead of 2. We had a joiner between the 2 black ones, but we're finding out that we're putting sprinkler water on the roof. It's going into this black tank and overflowing. So we have to, how would you say, reduce or draw more off of this to make room for the roof water, or figure out something. We have to get new and improved ideas, and we can't consult with Jack Daniels. Plus, it's way too smoky over here. That's unreal. It's smoky. And that fire's still going over there. They can be over here pretty quick. All right, let's go in the shop where there's less smoke. Okay, we're in the shop, as you can see by the flags. Oh, it's only the Swedish flag moving, but there's not much breeze or anything, which is kind of good because that means the fire's not moving. All right, so the staff needs a barrel at her house with a sprinkler mount. All right, so we got a barrel. This is what we use for joining the black tanks. You see, I got carried away with the paint. I have to new and improved ideas. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, wait, I was drinking professionally back then. And over here, we got to roll out some hose. We got to make some sprinkler mounts. And we have to improve on the manifold. Yes, we can put valves up here. So we're going to use the plasma cutter to cut them out. And of course, everybody knows what's going to happen next. The ProPoint 38 Plus from Princess Auto will do the cutting to make the holes. We have the fittings, so let's weld it. We even have the tools. We set them aside so we can drop them down in here to get the bolt hole to line up. All right, hand and eye coordination, Les Nessman. Oh, trying to do this stuff sober. Well, it's almost 3 months now. All right, let's get to work and we'll impress the boss by early start on a Saturday morning. Okay, it didn't take long when I'm using the ProPoint 38 Plus from Princess Auto. Yes, they don't pay me to say that. They'll probably send me a letter not to say it. All right, so we got the plate on the barrel. This was all boogeredness, okay? A little too kinky for that, so we just cut it off at the curve of the barrel. And we have this sprinkler system here. We cut out the pieces for the anchoring it, and then we cut the holes up top. Kind of cut the holes, and then on the last hole I went and got the stool, so I was actually higher than the sparks and I could see what I was doing. So there's one round hole and we have 3 oblong holes. Oh well, let's get welding. The staff will be here after lunch to pick up her barrel to take to her house to, how would you say, water the grass. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. It's still no wind or breeze, just a nice day out there, but it's getting hot. We're not used to it, and I got the barrel ready to go to the staff's house. All the installation tools are right here, the screws to screw it in, and she needs another one of these garden hose thingies on her thing. There's the glue, and we have an extra one made where we'll put in the storage trailer. All right, let's go to the front of the shop. Okay, after lunch we'll be figuring out the fittings. Some of our fittings got wet when everything was outside the shop during the first car camping trip, and it got soaked with the sprinklers. Yes, but that's okay. We'll buff them up and call them good. So we got these on. This is one hell of a mess because I started sneezing. Yes, I started sneezing. The smoke in the air, as soon as I flipped that welding helmet down, the sneezing began. Yes. So I had a hard time welding it. It was just unreal. But that's okay. We'll keep the camera far away so you can't see the boogerness. Yeah, it's nothing straight. All right, let's go burn some lunch in the microwave.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. Today I'll be having Campbell's chunky beef stew. I'm not really that hungry, so this is something easy to make. Plus it's pretty hot out here, so I don't want to cook anything to warm the house up. So let's head inside and let the dogs out, then I can make lunch. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. Now I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. It is warm out here today, so I don't think we'll be doing very much. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like my dad made my little barrel sprinkler so I can set it up on the grass beside my big black tank. And then we switched out hoses, so now I have a long hose. That way if I have to haul with Thor, I can. So let's head back into WHO-ville and set everything up. He also gave me his laundry, which is on the side there. So once his laundry's done, I'll return to the kingdom. 1:30 and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now I'll set up my barrel sprinkler, which will cover all the grass beside my yard right here and wrap around into the yard. I want to make sure all this is nice and covered just in case a hot ember comes down or someone's walking over here and drops their cigarette and starts a fire, so it's good to have the whole yard covered. Got my barrel sprinkler all set up. Now I can turn it on to do a little test to see how far it will shoot. I also got the green hose hooked up as well. My dad has the short one now, and he gave me a little brass fitting for my manifold so I can add another hose if I need to. Got my test sprinkle done. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out. Then I can start my dad's laundry. It'll take about an hour and a half to 2 hours for me to wash and dry it. Then I can head back to the kingdom and drop it off.
Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and I put the fittings on. Yes, we had the valves, but we didn't have these reduced garden hose to national pipe. So the staff is running 3/4 inch pipe over at her place. So that's the big fitting I borrowed, and we had to reduce it down to 3/8. I sure do like these ones here. Well, we spec'd it all from Sir Rodney and made it look good. Yes, so go put this over by the tank farm, and then we can figure out an all steel manifold to hook all 4 tanks together with the limited amount of hose we have. Okay, we got the manifold back into place and we got the hoses strung out. Yes, it looks good. What a mess. Oh well, the grass will grow and hide it well. Okay, I'm gonna start sneezing. Okay, over at the tank farm, and the big helicopters are just leaving the airport now, so the smoke is cleared off enough that they can go fight the fire. And we're going to need a pipe to come from over there to over here and join all these 4 hoses that are short. Yes, we have to keep the pipe low to the ground so we keep the capacity of the tanks, and we're going to build it with what we have. We're running out of fittings, but that's normal. So I drew a blueprint and it's already wrong. I see my mistakes. Oh well. Okay, getting close to coffee time, but we can't stop. The boss is an asshole. We have to keep going even in this heat. I don't know how hot it is because the staff has my temperature gauge or whatever over at her place and the power source. So trailer 1's over there. I walked back and forth numerous times to get this assortment of fittings. Yes, this is an assortment of fittings. As you can see, we're acquiring what we needed. All right, let's go in the shop and I'll show you what we acquired. Okay, in the shop, and according to the blueprint, you can see we had this over here. We changed it to put it over there because we have to allow for the hose flex. We have to do everything at angles and degrees and philosophies because those are the hoses we have. We have no other changes or whatever. We have to make it work. So these ones here with the red fittings will go to the black tanks. This will be the little 1,000-gallon tank sitting on the ground. The hose will go over top, and that's the nice curvature. This will go to the pipeline, and this will go to the pump to pump the water into the sprinkler system. All right, so now let's go find a pipe. It's 12 feet long, and then we can weld these on. Yeah, make them stick. Oh, hopefully we can. Okay, 3 o'clock coffee time, and we don't have time to stop. We got to get this done. Yes, we got to get this done. So we went and got a pipe. Yes, this is a pipe, and it'll be the manifold, the 4-hose manifold with the suction line to the pump, and of course the mini hoe brought it to the shop. All right, so here we are. So we're going to cut a hole here. This is one of those flanges or couplers that we salvaged. We'll stick that in there. And also too, this pipe or manifold can't have legs. It has to be able to roll to get these to lay where they're going to be because of the, hand and I. These have to lay to where the hoses will be happy. So if the hoses aren't happy, we'd have to buy new hoses. All right, so we went and took the dolly cart, went and found a nice piece of material. All right, so that works out good. So this is the end. This fits nicely over here, and it'll give us some welds. All right. One thing nice about using grinding discs is there's a center hole. So this is what we have to have on the one end. This is suction to the pump. So look at that. So you circle the hole. All right. Put your thingy over top like that. Look down in there, make sure it's centered. It'll never be centered. That's one of the optical illusions of the world. No matter where you stand, it always looks closer to you. Yes. All right. So once that is cut, guess what? This divot fits nicely in there. So you center it, and then you can circle around. All right. We've done this before. So look at this. See, it centers itself. Pretty smart thinking, eh, Les Nessman? All right. Let's get the plasma cutter. The Pro Point 38 Plus. We're going to be cutting some thick material with a boogered up tip, so the sparks in the cutting will go everywhere but which way we want it to go. But that's either this or nothing, or we use the hacksaw. Let's get this project completed.
3:30 and my dad's laundry is officially done, so I'll head over to the kingdom and drop everything off. Then I can see what he's up to. It's still pretty smoky out here right now and hot. Made it to the kingdom. It looks like my dad is just making another manifold to connect all 4 of the big tanks together. As you can see, there is not much of a wind here right now. I'll zoom in on the flag so you can see. They are not moving at all. So I'll head back into WHO-ville and let the dogs out. It's pretty hot out, so I'm not going to want to be outside long. Then at 5:36 p.m. I can make supper.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom, there's still no breeze. Yes, we got this pipe going pretty good. I got those down there because we have to weld them on, but I'm not going to move everything. I'll turn the pipe around. All right, so this is what we got happening here. We did some nice welds here. We got the end plate on, and that'll be the suction. And then over here, that's the pipeline pipe coming in there. All right, so I got my cartoon. All right, the blueprint, the cartoon. So everything is going rather well. This here was a nice weld. Finding these old fittings, this is quality material. It's really nice to weld. And I did this one uphand. So, okay, so I could control it. There was a little bit of a gap. We're not farting around. And we just want to get this project done because it's so freaking hot. Plus, I'm sneezing my brains out. So it's making it harder to weld. I'm trying to hold my breath while I'm welding. That's like being on my honeymoon in the jacuzzi. Yes, the jacuzzi with the new bride, and I was underwater holding my breath. Yes, she didn't like that for some reason. But the sneezing's unreal. So I had to use a feeder rod to fill in the little gap, but we got it done. Yes, we did it all uphand. Same as this piece back here. The end plate, that was all done uphand. That went really well. And about 20 sneezing fits to get it done. I'm afraid I might throw my back out if I get sneezing too much. So I'm working slow and steady in this heat. On frickin' real. All right, let's get the mini hoe and turn this pipe around. Okay, I set the tripod up to show how not to operate the mini hoe, but also too shows the advantage of being such a handy little machine. You can operate it and work it and get the piece onto the table. But how would you say without straining yourself? Yes, now I'll continue sneezing my brains out. Yes, there's not many left.
5:30 and now I'll run my sprinklers for a few minutes to soak the yard and the roof. As you can see, it's starting to get pretty smoky out here again. The sky is actually orange. Can't really see it on the camera, but it's orange out here. As you can see in my last video, the grass sprinkler works great. Having it up on the barrel is just high enough it can reach off into the distance there, and the barrel is heavy enough that if the wind picks up, it's not going to blow over. Now let's head inside and make supper. 6:30 and I'm just finishing up supper and I let the dogs out. It's not as hot as it was earlier because the sun is in behind all the smoke and stuff, so it's actually kind of nice right now. There's still no wind, as you can see too, which makes it extra smoky, so let's head inside and end my day.
Okay, it's 6:30 and I got lucky. Look at that. I measured it out, guesstimated, and it's perfectly balanced. Yeah, so we got this end done and it matches the cartoon. Where's the cartoon? Right there. There we go. It matches the cartoon. Does that look like it? Yes, it does. All right. So we got this on. We find it's a lot easier to do an uphand like that. Okay, so you're going along pretty good. On this side here, it takes like 3 passes. You could do the root, and then 1, and then 2. But this here, when there's a big opening or whatever, just give her, do it uphand. All right, so got the ends on, we got the right ends perfectly balanced, and this end is ready right here. All right, we got to go move some hoses, and then we can install this. Look at that. We can put the plug in the end because we don't want those ears flapping around, where those cam locks flapping around. They could get bent or damaged because I'm an excellent hoe operator. Okay, it's 7:30 and we can hear the air conditioner over there. The house is going to be nice and chilly. Yes, I've worked hard today. All right, let's fire up this system. We got all the valves on that's required to be on. We hooked up the hoses, and this is the way it's going to be. This is the way we got to have it set up so we can actually pump off the wagons or the truck or anything. But this is what we got. All right, so the full length of hose, and over here, there we go. That's the hoses we had. We made them work. I had to cut the cover and slide it into as 2 pieces, but it works out good. See the paint markers there? So that worked out well. So we got this hooked up. These will stay hooked up. We just open the valves as we need be. It's a little tight back here. I kind of got the wrong angles on those fittings, but oh well, I tried. I didn't read the blueprint properly. All right, we're going to draw off to this tank, the black tank, because we're going to get the rainwater or sprinkler water off the top into the tank. We can allow this to go down because if we do get some rain, it can fill it up. I feel guilty when it overfills. All right, let's put the raincoat on and the rubber boots and fire up that Honda. Oh wait, it's the knockoff Honda. Okay, we added the 12 sprinkler to the back of the caboose here because we wanted full coverage, plus we're spraying into the trees here. We're very pleased. We have to allow for wind because the fire is not going to arrive here without wind. So the water spray that you have to allow for wind to, how would you say, not let it reach the farthest distance. That's looking good. And the manifold system's working good. It's quick, easy couple in and out. Very pleased, very pleased. Plus the water in that black tank feels so warm that it's nice. I don't know why I have my raincoat on. I should be running around in my Speedos. Yes, enjoying it. Wait, I'll go get the camera and this tripod and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I couldn't find my Speedo because everything is packed away because we are ready to, how would you say, leave in 5 minutes to go car camping if that fire returns. We did it 4 other times, so it's your lucky day or I won't get the views or the ratings because I didn't run around in the sprinklers in my Speedos. All right. Okay, let's scroll this way. We still got some smoke. There's the sun way up there. Yes, it's way up there. It's smoky, but that's okay. I can't believe we worked today and we worked hard. I don't know why. In the past, if it was a hot day, we took it off. We drank beer, fall down, and relaxed and enjoyed because we work when it's cold. But not today. We had to keep working because of fire protection in the kingdom. All because the Gong Show Mining Company started a fire and never put it out. Well, 3 times. And the 3rd time it got out of control. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some 7-Up and make a video and relax. I can't believe how much I did today. And the amount of sneezing, I feel like my head hurts. Oh, well. Talk to you later.